Hi everyone, welcome back to Arpita Sharma classes. I am Arpita Sharma, your educator, and we are back with the Hindu newspaper analysis for September 10, 2022. So, this is one small reminder for all of you. See, there are no Hindu newspaper analysis lectures on Sundays because Sundays are meant for your own self study. You have to read the newspaper yourself and you have to revise the entire week's current affairs as well. So, we'll be analyzing the newspapers from Monday to Saturday only. ओके तो ये आपका सैटरडे का न्यूज़पेपर एनालिसिस है दैट वी आर गोइंग टू डू द वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट आर्टिकल इट वाज नॉट रियली एन आर्टिकल इट वाज लाइक अ बिग पोस्टर इन द हिंदू न्यूज़पेपर दैट वाज अबाउट पंडित गोविंद बल्लभ पंत okay so basically this personality is a very important figure when it comes to your history point of view, okay, especially the freedom fight. And here after independence also this personality got immense value for your exam because it's important to study about him for prelims and paper one's perspective. He is also a Bharat Ratna awardee. He is a great freedom fighter, also a very efficient administrator. यूपी के पहले चीफ मिनिस्टर थे, तो काफी इंपॉर्टेंट पर्सनालिटी हैं पंडित गोविंद बल्लभ पंत जी. इनके बारे में पढ़ना बहुत जरूरी है. बर्थ एनिवर्सरी इनकी सेलिब्रेट की गई थी ऑन 10 September because he was born on 10th of September 1887. Now he's remembered as one of the country's most prominent freedom fighters because it said that the states in India after independence were reorganized now on the basis of language. That was done under his rule only. तो linguistic basis पे भी states को जो reorganize किया गया था वो भी इन्हीं के कार्यकाल में किया गया था. That is why it becomes really important to study this personality. He was the premier of Union Provinces, first CM बने थे यूपी के, उत्तर प्रदेश के होम मिनिस्टर थे, एंड ही वाज आल्सो रेसिपिएंट ऑफ हाईएस्ट सिविलियन अवार्ड दैट वाज भारत रत्ना. ओके 1957 में इनको भारत रत्ना मिला था. ही वाज बोर्न इन उत्तराखंड. ही आल्सो एस्टैब्लिश्ड एन ऑर्गेनाइजेशन कॉल्ड प्रेम सभा. दिस इज अगेन इंपॉर्टेंट फॉर प्रीलिम्स. दे कैन आस्क यू इन प्रीलिम्स की भाई व्हाट इज हु एस्टैब्लिश्ड प्रेम सभा. दे विल गिव यू फोर नेम्स. वी हैव टू रिमेंबर दैट इट वाज आवर पंडित गोविंद बल्लभ पंत जी हु एस्टैब्लिश्ड प्रेम सभा. बेसिकली जो रिफॉर्मेशन है सोसाइटी में, जो एम्पावरमेंट के चेंजेस हैं, वो सब प्रेम सभा के अंडर आते थे. एंड ही आल्सो वन सेव्ड द school from shutting down because of the non-payment of taxes to the British government. So he was very actively involved in the freedom struggle as well. Now in 1921 he joined the Congress. He also participated in the non-cooperation movement. Once he also started the Salt March just like Mahatma Gandhi ji started in 1930. He was imprisoned for that. And he was always against the concept of separate electorate for minorities because he used to say that would create a rift, a divide between the communities. That should not be allowed. He also encouraged cottage industries in the country. Basically महात्मा गांधी जी के आइडियल से काफी प्रभावित थे, तो उन्हीं के कुछ प्रिंसिपल्स थे जो अपनी लाइफ में भी ये फॉलो करते थे. एंड ही वाज द होम मिनिस्टर, एंड व्हेन ही वाज द होम मिनिस्टर द स्टेट्स वर रीऑर्गेनाइज्ड ऑन लिंग्विस्टिक लाइंस. तो ये सीएम भी बने थे, उत्तर प्रदेश के होम मिनिस्टर भी रहे थे आफ्टर द डेथ ऑफ सरदार पटेल जी. एंड ही आल्सो चैंपियन द कॉज ऑफ हिंदी एज नेशनल लैंग्वेज और राष्ट्रभाषा. ओके तो यहाँ पर ये इनके बारे में कुछ इंपॉर्टेंट पॉइंट्स है दैट यू नीड टू रिमेंबर फॉर योर प्रीलिम्स एग्जामिनेशन एंड पेपर 1. द नेक्स्ट इंपॉर्टेंट आर्टिकल, IT survey team took data by cloning server. As we know that IT surveys, IT raids and surveys are going on in certain departments, in certain organizations. One of those organization is Oxfam. अभी IT income tax survey चल रहा है कुछ organization में because there have been news that there are certain reporting of transactions in these organizations. Now here Oxfam is in news. What is Oxfam? Oxfam is an international or independent non-governmental organization. It was formed in 1995 and the name comes from the Oxford Committee for Famine Relief. It was established in 1942. ये जो एक कमिटी establish की गई थी, यहीं से ये नाम Oxfam लिया गया है. And this particular organization basically champions for food supplies for starving women and children. Basically starting में जो कमिटी फॉर्म की गई थी सेकेंड वर्ल्ड वॉर के दौरान फूड स्कार्सिटी की जो प्रॉब्लम थी उसको हैंडल करने के लिए, उसको खत्म करने के लिए इस कमिटी को तैयार किया गया था. बेसिकली द मेन पर्पस ऑफ दिस ऑर्गेनाइजेशन इज टू मैक्सिमाइज द एफिशिएंसी सो दैट ग्लोबल पॉवर्टी और इनजस्टिस कैन बी रिमूव्ड और कैन बी रिड्यूस्ड. ओके तो ये दीज आर द इंपॉर्टेंट पॉइंट्स फॉर प्रीलिम्स. ऑक्सफैम इंडिया टैक्स सर्वे के रडार में है, तो आपको इसके बारे में नॉलेज होनी चाहिए. The next important article on which many times in prelims questions have been asked, make anti-TB campaign a mass movement, says President. So we know that there are lots of stigma around the TB patients and this should be eradicated. This has been said by our President also. We need to study about TB, इसके अंदर tuberculosis, because on tuberculosis and dengue there have been several questions in past which have been asked in the prelims examination. What is exactly TB? TB is caused by a bacterium. तो basically ये viral disease नहीं है, ये bacterial disease है. This is the first important point that you have to remember. What is the bacteria involved? The same bacteria which causes leprosy, Mycobacterium tuberculosis. Okay, and in humans TB basically affects the lungs, which is known as pulmonary TB. Okay, अब TB lungs के अलावा ना और भी कई organs को affect कर देता है. It's a very ancient disease. That means it's not a modern day disease. It has been in existence since the 3000 BC. इजिप्ट में सबसे पहले existence में आई थी और तब से अब तक ये टीबी चला आ रहा है. And yes, it is treatable, it is curable अगर सही टाइम पर ये पता चल जाता है. ठीक है, डायग्नोज हो जाता है. ठीक है, what are the symptoms? Fever, and when you are vomiting or coughing or spitting, that there is blood right in your spit, so those are the symptoms of TB. It spreads from people to people through air. That is why the TB patients are very stigmatized. ठीक है, तो क्या होता है कि खांसने से भी फैलता है या छींकने से भी फैलता है, तो एयर के ट्रांसमिशन होता है, इसलिए टीबी पेशेंट्स को ना काफी स्टिग्मेटाइज किया जाता है, काफी ज्यादा उनके खिलाफ आप बोल सकते हो क्वेश्चनेबल बिहेवियर रहता है लोगों का. नाउ दिस बैक्टीरिया माइकोबैक्टीरिया ऑल्सो कॉजेज लेप्रोसी in humans. It also impacts the animals. And India का target है by 2025 we have this target of eliminating TB. But most importantly here we should first focus on reducing the cases of TB. एलिमिनेट करने का टारगेट बनाया है, बहुत अच्छी बात है, बट सबसे पहले हमें ये फोकस करना है कि हम केसेस को रिड्यूस करें. ठीक है, जैसे जैसे केसेस रिड्यूस करेंगे टीबी अपने आप एलिमिनेट होगा. सो सम पीपल से दैट दिस टारगेट ऑफ एलिमिनेटिंग टीबी इज टू यू कैन से हार्श. ऑलराइट, तो इसलिए कुछ लोगों का मानना है कि हमें एलिमिनेशन की ज्यादा रिडक्शन पे अभी फोकस करना चाहिए. WHO का टारगेट इज टू रिड्यूस और टू इरेडिकेट टीबी बाय 2030, बट इंडिया ने 5 साल और पहले का टारगेट तैयार किया है. 2025 तक वी हैव टारगेटेड टू रिड्यूस टीबी, टू एलिमिनेट टीबी. नाउ देयर इज अ नेशनल ट्यूबरक्लोसिस एलिमिनेशन प्रोग्राम आल्सो. इट्स अ स्टेट रन ट्यूबरक्लोसिस कंट्रोल इनिशिएटिव एंड इट इनकॉर्पोरेट्स द प्रिंसिपल ऑफ डॉट्स. आपने डॉट्स के बारे में ना न्यूज़पेपर में काफी पढ़ा होगा. डॉट्स is the directly observed treatment short course. Basically it has 5 components: political commitments of eradicating TB, diagnosis by microscopy, then making sure that the drugs and the medicines are available to all the TB patients, and directly observed treatment and accountability. So government also takes accountability and responsibility of the number of cases of of the TB patients. तो इस डॉट्स प्रोग्राम में ना गवर्नमेंट भी रिस्पॉन्सिबिलिटी लेती है कि भाई अगर टीबी के पेशेंट्स बढ़ रहे हैं तो ये हमारी भी जिम्मेदारी है कि उस केस को कम किया जाए. नाउ देयर वाज अ क्वेश्चन and the question is which of the following is or are bacterial infections. तो ये UPSC का PYQ हमने उठाया है यहाँ पर. इनमें से they have given 4 kind of diseases and they are asking which of them are caused by bacterial infections. Dengue, tuberculosis, leprosy, hepatitis A and yellow fever. देखो this is very clear that hepatitis A is not a bacterial infection. ये तो hepatitis virus होता है, उससे cause होता है. This is out of question. So 4 will be eliminated. यहाँ से और यहाँ से 4 हट गया. We are left with 2 options. Again, अगर if we use our intelligent guess, second and third are correct. These are bacterial infections. तो यानी कि 2, 3 तो होने ही चाहिए. So again we are left with 2. Dengue we know it's not a bacterial infection. ये viral infection है. Viral fever होता है ना. You must have heard when dengue fever overtakes a person, we call it a viral infection or viral fever. One will be eliminated. A will be eliminated. Even if you have no idea about yellow fever, again you can answer this question very correctly through your intelligent guess system. So B is the correct answer. देखो डेंगू के बारे में ना बच्चा जानता है क्योंकि ये बहुत ही ज्यादा प्रोमिनेंट और बहुत ज्यादा हाईली स्प्रेडिंग डिजीज रहती है हमारी. ठीक है, हर गर्मियों में बारिश के मौसम में हमें ये सुनने को मिलता है कि भाई डेंगू फैल रहा है, हमें सतर्क रहना है. So here we need to understand that we can solve questions in UPSC through our elimination method also based on our intelligent guess system. हम elimination method का भी use कर सकते हैं intelligent guessing से. ठीक है, ये point हमें यहाँ याद रखनी है. Coming on to the next important article, FM tasks RBI to whitelist legal loan apps to protect borrowers. Now, this has been in news since the last 3 days. That means it's going to be really important for both prelims and GS paper 3. एग्जाम से 7 से 8 महीने पहले जो भी आपकी न्यूज आती है वो तो एक्सट्रीमली इंपॉर्टेंट होती है, ठीक है. सो दैट इज वाई एग्जाम में सिर्फ 6 to 7 months आर लेफ्ट. सो दैट्स वाई दिस पर्टिकुलर आर्टिकल इज रियली इंपॉर्टेंट. FM tasks RBI to whitelist the legal loan apps. So basically RBI has asked government has asked the RBI to prepare a white list of all the legal digital lending apps so that the illegal digital lending apps can be eliminated. Government ने बोला है कि भाई ऐसे बहुत सारे apps हैं, lending apps हैं जो कि लोगों को धोखा दे रहे हैं. There have been so many news of scamsters who are launching illegal apps and they are trying to extort money from the customers. So that is going on right now, and ये तो कोविड के टाइम में तो ज्यादा ही फैल गया है when everything became digital. So that is why government has asked RBI that you prepare a white list of all the legal lending apps so that we can eliminate the illegal apps. Okay, so what is digital lending? Now this is a new concept. अब ये नया concept आ गया, digital lending हो रही है. What is it? Basically digital lending means when you take loan online. जब आप credit online लेते हो वो digital lending हो जाता है. So through the online web platforms or mobile applications, you utilize technology, right, in taking loans and in providing loans to the customer. So that is digital lending. And there is a new concept right now, that is buy now pay later. तो एक ना मैंने पढ़ा, I came across this particular app called Simple. इसमें क्या था, I was ordering some food through Zomato and then there was this option of paying for the food through Simple. So that means Simple will pay for your food. Later on you can pay that money back to Simple. ठीक है, ये जो एप्लीकेशन है ये आपके लिए, जो आप जोमेटो से ऑर्डर कर रहे हो वो पैसा दे देगी. अभी आपको पे करने की जरूरत नहीं है. You do not have to pay to Zomato right now. Simple will pay it, but later on you can give that money or return that money back to this platform. So buy now pay later is becoming very famous right now. Okay, that is also part of digital lending only. ये भी digital lending का ही part रहता है. Now RBI has also prepared a report wherein it stated that there are total 600 illegal loan apps in India, and that is a huge number. So to reduce this kind of illegality in this economy, in this system, RBI is making this white list of the legal loan apps. Okay. Then this is a very historic and one of the most wonderful articles that I came across in the newspaper today. Neeraj scripts another piece of golden history. We know that he won the Olympic gold in 2021. He also won the Asian Games gold in 2018, the Commonwealth Games gold in 2018, the World Athletic Championships silver in 2022. Now he has won the diamond trophy. He's the first Indian to win this diamond trophy. Very important for prelims. Who is the first Indian to win the diamond trophy? It is Neeraj Chopra. He has created history by winning the Diamond League final in 2022, which was conducted in Zurich. Now here we need to understand what is this Diamond League. It is one of the top athletic championships. इसको World Athletics भी बोला जाता था. 2010 में इसको establish किया गया था. There are 32 events which are related to this particular championship, and the purpose is to replace IAAF Golden League. Basically वांडा ग्रुप का एक agreement sign हुआ था जिसके बाद एक Golden League निकल कर आया था, तो इसको replace करने के लिए इस particular Diamond League को तैयार किया गया. Basically there are different athletes who get exposure through different competitions which are conducted by the Diamond League, but Russia was excluded. So they can also ask you this question in prelims: which of the following nations were excluded from Diamond League in 2022? It was Russia. Why? Because of the invasion of Ukraine. अभी जो रशिया ने यूक्रेन को इन्वेड किया है उस वजह से रशिया को इसमें, उस वायलेंस की वजह से रशिया को इसमें से एक्सक्लूड कर दिया गया है. Okay, so in 14 minutes we have summarized the entire newspaper for September 10, 2022. If you feel any doubt, if you have any doubt in this article or in this newspaper analysis, please let me know in the comment section. The PDF of this lecture is always available on our Telegram channel. The link of the same is given below. Thank you and have a beautiful day ahead.